How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 3, Episode 12 of The Bad Batch. This episode is titled Juggernaut. Yeah, last episode, or should I say the last two episodes, we had a pretty depressing outcome where, episode 10, we had Emery, basically, it's an Emery-focused episode where she, is going about her business in Tantiss, and we find out that there's kids in captivity that Hemlock has behind the vault, and they want to go back home. They try to go back home, or at least one of them does, and obviously they lock him up for like 2 days, 2 rotations, right? Emery definitely feels a bit conflicted about this because obviously she's attached to kids more because of her experience on Camino. It feels like she was trapped on Camino when she was first made. It definitely seems like they're seeding that for Emery, that she could eventually help the Bad Batch later on when all of Omega out, because it's just been weird that they've been focusing on her so much, and she's a clone too. Like, there's no way she wouldn't help her brothers out or sister, right? And she obviously left the straw teddy that Omega made. And then we also had a new kid kind of show up, a fucking baby basically, after Cad Bane was given information by a little shit that voted out the Force-sensitive child. Cad Bane took the kid and delivered it to the Empire. That's all Cad Bane did. And they had him in the trailer. I find that wild. He didn't do a lot. If that's all we see of him, why have him in the trailer at all? It was barely anything. But yeah, that was episode 10. Episode 11 was an even more depressing episode because Pabu was attacked by the Empire. CX2 infiltrated, found Omega, and basically took Omega because Omega thought it would be a good idea to, give up. It made sense because obviously the people of Pabu were going to get their homes burned, and they probably would have been killed and executed too, to be honest. So Omega gave herself up, thinking that, Crosshair could just put a tracker on CX2's ship. Nope, because Crosshair can't aim, right? He missed the shot, and now Omega gets taken to Tantiss. But yeah, Hunter doesn't know because Hunter was separated because he tried to get a gunship. He fell out of the gunship, landed in the water. Wrecker was seriously injured after the Marauder was destroyed. So bye-bye Marauder. And potentially Gonki too. They didn't mention Gonki, so I assume Gonki's dead too. Right at the end of the episode, Omega did meditate. I don't know if that was her connecting to the Force, maybe connecting to Ventress, or maybe it was just her doing what fucking Gungi told her to do. 2 pretty depressing episodes. We'll have to see where this one goes. I'm going to assume it's about trying to find Tantiss. Very similar to Mandalorian Season 2, where Grogu gets taken, and then they have to go find the coordinates of Gideon's ship, right? I could see that being the focus of this episode. Or maybe it'll just be an Omega focus one, back on Tantiss. Yeah, that basically sums it up. So let's stop doodling around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. Whoa. Alright, calm down. Okay, I wasn't expecting Tantiss. Fair enough. Who the fuck is this clone dude? Also, that ship's bigger than I thought it was. Wait, is his armor a different colour now? It's more green.
Turning yourself over was a wise decision. Come with me.
If you want to live. Wait, so CX2 is just gone now? Who is it? Gotta be Cody, right? Or a different version of Crosshair. Use it, Emery.
Begin testing her at once. I want confirmation.
Where's Nalase?
I'm afraid the Kaminoan won't be aiding you in another escape.
You don't have to do this.
I mean, she's got no choice. Well, I guess she does, kind of.
I'm glad you're safe.
Am I?
Probably not. Wait, the Empire's still here? Obviously. Oh, fuck! I forgot! Hunter doesn't know. Oh, Wrecker's up.
The troopers are pulled out, but the cruiser's still jamming our comms.
I still can't believe you let Omega turn herself in.
Oh, okay. Well, you just cut that out. It would have been cool to see their reaction to it.
We still have no way of finding Tantiss base.
That's not exactly true. There's someone who might have the coordinates.
Who?
Admiral Rampart.
What? Like, where is he? Is he dead?
Tantiss isn't a place I ever wanted to go back to. Rampart's not particularly trustworthy. I was still in the Empire when they arrested him.
Yeah.
He was sent to...
What? Right. Oh, Faye.
How did you get in here unseen?
Yeah.
Use the hidden cavern access when I docked my ship.
So there's no fucking security?
Tech told me all about your sparkling personality.
True.
Any friend of Brown Eyes is a friend of mine.
Rest in peace, Tech.
It's always...
His goggles are in the background too. What the fuck? That looked like concept art. What? Wait, this is legit just Mandalorian Season 2. Wasn't that in Mandalorian Season 2? Like, didn't Din and Bill Burr's character use that to get in to like an Imperial base? I'm pretty sure they did, right? You fucking dumbass. Oh, is it?
You order me around. You're the one slowing us
That's
down.
Rampart. What the fuck? I honestly wasn't expecting to see him again, so that's kind of come as a surprise.
Think you can get us close enough to the perimeter undetected?
I know I can.
I could see Rampart betraying the Empire though, because they betrayed him. That ship's interesting. Rip the fucking Marauder.
Remember that trick I mentioned?
Fee?
I'd expect you to know a stealth approach when you see it.
What, just a fucking crash landing? Fair enough. I mean, wouldn't they be able to detect you on the planet though? That was pretty good. Damn. These fucking shots, dude. Oh. It was nothing. Just the wind. The music. Music this season's been pretty good, to be honest.
Hopefully, next assignment we'll see some action.
Is that Steve Bloom? These fucking shots, man. Stop.
Our shift was supposed to be over by now. I've told you, I don't speak...
I mean, they can speak in English. I have spoken, right?
Found him. Rampart's tagged to be transported back to the prison from the mining structure.
Our best shot at grabbing Rampart is to intercept them when they're en route from the mine.
Mm.
Got a turbo tank? Yeah.
They'll see us coming.
Hit it from above.
Not if we're under it.
All that.
Follow me.
I was half right.
Prisoners are secure. Heading back to base now.
Do you really need binoculars for that though? You can hear it and you could probably see it because it's pretty big. And it's like right next to you anyway. What if Crosshair... Jesus, that's massive. Seems bigger than the one in Mandalorian.
Anything?
Clear.
What happened to the other guy? Did they throw him over?
Remember Plan 55?
55.
Oh, yeah. 55. Waiting on you. Go.
Was that Plan 55? That was pretty easy. Oh shit. Crosshair?
CT-9904?
You remembered. How touching.
Are you here to kill me?
Tempting. But now,
We need you.
What about them? Moving.
Yeah, let them go. Use them as distractions.
Run a diagnostic on their comms.
Then you must need something from me.
No shit?
Tantiss base. Where is it?
And how much is that information worth to you?
You're not in a position to bargain.
True.
After you get me off this planet.
He's a slimy shit, but you need him.
I believe Transport 1's comms are being jammed.
What? Bring up the gunship, seal off the bridge, and reroute Transport 2 to intercept.
Fair enough. I feel like it would get over that.
I see it.
Yeah, like what? Oh god. How are you gonna get past this though?
Take out the wheels.
Got him. Go up it. Yep. Easy. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're not going to kill me.
Not yet.
The thing is, why would he even want to do that? Like, Rampart, you should probably work with them. They're against the Empire. You should be against the Empire too. Oh, nice little drift there. They're jamming it. No, not the gunship, dude. No. It's weird that they got rid of these gunships, because they're actually pretty useful. Because they can just do that, right? Like, just drop troops off. Oh! Oh! That's fucking brutal. Oh! He got crushed. Here comes Fate, yep.
Not exactly a stealth exit, boys.
Stealth approach, action-packed exit. Usually how it goes. The way they're fucking carrying Rampart. Oh, fuck off. Physics-wise. No. You managed to throw Rampart. You can jump that. Nice. Easy peasy. Wakey wakey.
You off the planet, not tell us what Tantiss is.
No one knows the coordinates to Tantiss.
Huh?
I might know how to get around that.
Either you tell us now, or we drop you back in that pit.
I mean, you have to tell us, otherwise this would be pointless.
We're in this together.
Fuck. I hope we get more information out of him this episode, like... Did she hide it?
Her blood sample yielded a favorable M count replication.
What does that mean?
I'll show you.
Oh wait, are we actually finally going to see it? Yep, she's conflicted. They're not going to show us. They're going to end the episode. Come on.
Individuals' M count cannot be directly replicated.
Yeah, because you can't clone Force users.
Where are you taking me?
The vault.
Whoa. Don't end it.
Until we combine your sample with one of our M count specimens.
Who?
You are a vital piece to our work here, Omega.
Who are they?
They are the rest of the puzzle. And this is your new home.
Fuck. Don't end it. Don't do it. Ah! Fuck! No! We didn't get anything out of that. What the fuck? I mean, overall, it was a okay episode. I'm just slightly disappointed because I feel like more should have happened. Based on how last episode ended, you feel like stuff would be a bit more dire, right? And we never really got, Hunter's reaction to Omega being taken. And I feel like that would have added a little bit to this episode. The fact that they skipped that was a bit weird. Last episode ended with Crosshair missing, and then it's like, oh shit, he's probably going to blame himself for that. But then they didn't really touch on that. It's weird. I mean, I guess he kind of still blames himself because he keeps looking at his hand, but it's just... Like, you'd think he'd beat himself up about it. Maybe he still could, but... It was cool seeing Rampart again, though. Completely didn't expect him. Like, that took me by surprise. Which is a good thing, because I thought Rampart would have just been done. Like, it felt like his arc kind of ended with the Topoka City stuff being over and done with, right? And then he got arrested. I just assumed the Emperor killed him. Like, why would he keep him alive, There'd be no reason to. And now, because he's been kept alive, he's going to help out the Bad Batch. But I also feel like that is a bit pointless, because, like, you bring back Rampart just to learn absolutely nothing from him. Other than, okay, nobody knows the coordinates of Tantiss. It's hidden. Which, obviously, was his bargaining chip, right? Like, you let me out, I'll tell you what you need to know, but then I'm not going to tell you what you want to know because it's not exactly valuable. I feel like what would fix this episode is if we actually did learn what the coordinates were or where Tantiss was, but the batch obviously knew that they couldn't go there because like there's only 3 of them, right? So they go to Vex and Echo, and then they maybe work out like some kind of deal. Then maybe Rampart escapes, signals an alarm or something like that to alert the Empire, and then Wolf and that arrive. Right, Wolf's crew arrives, and then episode 13, next episode, would be dealing with the ramifications of that and then getting Wolf on our side. Because we've still got to do something with that, right? Because we know Wolf ends up with Vex, unless that happens in the final 2 episodes. But the way the final 2 episodes I think are going to go is episode 14 is going to be infiltrating Tantiss, episode 15 is escaping Tantiss. But then it's getting a bit repetitive though, because it's like Omega's now in Tantiss again, exactly like the beginning of the season. So nothing changed, right? We're just right back to square one. This time, I guess, Crosshairs with the crew. I also just think like this episode was very, very similar to that Mandalorian season 2 episode, right? I mentioned it in the reaction with Bill Burr, right? You know, Grogu gets taken the episode before, similar to what happened with this show, where Omega gets taken. Then the crew have to find Gideon's ship in Mandalorian. With this, it's like, okay, they need to find Tantiss. But they've already done this plotline before in this show of, you know, fucking Hunter and Becca trying to find Tantiss. So we're just kind of like repeating the same plot lines, but we're learning a little bit more now because we've got Crosshair with us, but we're also not learning more because you can't get to Tantiss. It's weird. I don't understand why we just couldn't find out the coordinates of it this episode. Like, it just seems like they're trying to stretch it to the finale. But yeah, I don't want to really shit on this episode too much because it was still a good episode, you know, but compared to other episodes, it's, you know, a bit weaker. I will say it's a bit more similar to episode 8, where, like, okay, we spent a whole episode with Fennec, but we didn't really get anything out of it. Like, all the Bad Batch didn't. The only thing they got out of it was the episode later where, you know, Ventress came into play, but it's just like we needed a whole episode just for Ventress to show up. Like, it seems a bit weird. Like, it just seems like they're trying to stretch out the season, like I said. Seeing Rampart back is cool. The little set piece on the... what do you call it? The tanker, I guess? The Juggernaut, maybe? Was cool with, you know, them ramming the guy on the cliff. That was fucked. But yeah, like I said in the reaction, like, what the fuck, Empire? Why would they get rid of the gunships? The Republic gunships? They're so useful because in the original trilogy, was there any kind of ships that had, like, that they could repel from, like the Stormtroopers? I don't think they had any, right? Like, you had the AT-ATs, you had the AT-STs, and that was basically it. There was some, like, shuttle ships, but not much else. Like, you didn't have, like, the gunships where, like, Stormtroopers could repel from or just jump off, right? It's a bit weird that the Empire would just get rid of them Republic gunships, considering how well they can be used in combat. I also like the establishing shots this episode. It's this animation style, dude. They just know how to make it look good. Even when, like, not a lot is happening in the episode story-wise, it still looks good, you know? It's weird, because, like, okay, you can have, like, a fillery episode or an episode where not a lot happens, but you still feel, like, entertained, I guess, because of how it looks visually. Which, speaking of, like, the animation style, Tales of the Empire, because, you know, that's got the same animation style. We've got Barasafi and Morgan Elsbeth. I'm a bit more intrigued with the Barasafi stuff. I think most people will be intrigued with that, because there's more potential there, and it's also closing off a storyline that we've been waiting years to be told. Like, what the fuck happened to her? I'm gonna predict that Vader kills her. The last thing, you know, Anakin remembers of Ahsoka, well, one of the last things Anakin remembers of Ahsoka is Barriss took Ahsoka from him, technically. Right? Barriss was responsible for Ahsoka leaving the Order, and I guess the Jedi too, but it was mainly Barriss, right? So Vader, once he figures out who it is, he's just gonna... Bing. I mean, he's probably gonna figure it out pretty quickly, right? But could be interesting. I've also seen some theories that Luminara could be involved, because like Luminara's dead in Obi-Wan, right? So what does that mean for Barriss? Like, if Barriss is still alive and she's an Inquisitor, would she have to hunt down her former master? The Morgan Elsbeth one I'm not as intrigued in, but it could be interesting to get a bit more backstory on her. But it isn't that important because she's dead. Like, who cares? You know? However, the Grievous shit, give me that. I want to see him on Dathomir. If that's Son of Dathomir, if they start adapting stuff in... like, why wouldn't they do that? Tales of the Empire with Darth Maul? Where we actually learn, like, what happened in the Son of Dathomir comic? Well, I mean, we saw what happened if you've read that comic, but I mean, like, in animation format? Give it to me! Like, what the fuck? Also, Steve Blum was in the episode, that one Stormtrooper. I recognise his voice, like, instantly, because I've, like, played a lot of games that he's in, and a lot of shows that I've watched, cartoons specifically, like Ben 10. He's in that quite a bit. So you just recognise his voice like that. Also, the music this episode, like... I don't know, it got my head bopping a little bit. Music's been pretty good with this show. But yeah, like I said, overall, an okay episode. Not a lot really happened, you know. Like, obviously, you've got the Omega stuff, but... did we get anything out of that we didn't already know? You know, like, Hemlock kind of gave her the rundown of what's happening, but we already kind of figured it out, right? I thought he'd take it to the room with the fucking specimen, but nope, he just took it to the youngling room. But, I mean, they're definitely seeding that Emery's gonna, like, betray Hemlock at some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up killing him. Either her or the kids. I don't know, like, she probably doesn't want to see the kids in danger, so she's gonna betray Hemlock. Or Hemlock might live on. Because do you really think it's possible for the Bad Batch to just take down the Tantiss base? And, like, everything relating to Project Necromancer? I mean, we know they won't, because that, I guess it's tied into the sequel trilogy, right? Because they're trying to fix that plot hole. Yeah. That about sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta! And farewell.